For those of us, those of you who've kind of suffered through this, if you made it more than 2 days without power, chances are that food in your fridge is going to have to be tossed, even for those of us who look at it and go, no, it looks good to me.
Stop that, Aaron.
But no, you shouldn't do that, apparently. Dr. SYLVAIN CHARLEBOIS is on the line. He thinks, you know what, look, a lot of us are going to be in that situation, and he believes that the government, our provincial government, should be the one stepping up here to help out and start reimbursing people for the food lost. So let's find out more. As I said, Dr. CHARLEBOIS, we call him the food professor. He's out at Dalhousie University. Dr. CHARLEBOIS, thanks for the time today.
My pleasure.
You point to a similar kind of situation that happened out in the Maritimes. What happened there? This was in Nova Scotia last fall. What was the situation?
Well, it was a hurricane, actually. We get hurricanes a lot in our area. And frankly, the entire province was in the dark for almost a week. And so all of us had to throw away food. And I think 2 days in, basically, the premier, Tim Houston, announced that we were all getting $100. And so $100 didn't cover the cost, but it's the symbolism. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the fact that the government really realizes that food plays a big role in our lives. So I think overall, even though it really was below the amount of money that we lost, I think it was very well appreciated. And when I saw you guys going through the ice storm last week and saw several businesses throw away food because of the price of food nowadays, it's valued in our society much more so than, say, 1998 when I was there for the last big ice storm. Mm-hmm. And so things have changed. And so I think that the local government should look into this.
Now, let me ask you, when did it come to you like a check? Did a check come to your door or automatic deposit, or did you get a tax credit? How did it work there?
It was just a check. Yeah,
wow.
It was an automatic check
easy.
Sent to all households. And for us, for Nova Scotia, it was pretty easy because the entire province was impacted. But in Quebec's case, of course, there's 1 million people who were impacted.
Yeah.
So it's not everyone. So you would have to be targeted. And so it would require some finesse in terms of compensating the right people.
By the way, did the province of Nova Scotia get any support or money from the feds for that, or was that all the province's money?
Well, that I'm not sure. Now, the feds did come in and help out because obviously a lot of people lost their homes. It's a hurricane, so I'm sure you saw some pictures.
Sure, I remember that well.
Devastating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people lost their livelihoods,
yeah.
So it was really, really tough. So yes, the feds did come in and help out, but I don't know whether or not the compensation was announced by the premier,
right.
The province, not the feds.
Yeah, I just like this idea that they just took the action, like you said. It's the symbolism of it, of just saying, hey, we're here, we're going to help you out. I haven't heard anything from our government in that.
What took a lot of people by surprise is that nobody was asking for it. It was just announced, and I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting because I've never seen that before. A province basically providing help. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we got the grocery rebate from the federal government, and the grocery rebate was part of the 2023 federal budget. It's given out to people who are really struggling with their budget. But we're talking about losses here, people buying food and losing that food, which is really an important asset in their lives.
You know, I'm wondering, too, if we can go just back to food. This is what you do. This is what you study. I talked about stuff going bad in your fridge and throwing it out after a certain amount of hours. Do you, if you were here, you have a limit on this? Is it 2 hours in a fridge? Or 2 days, rather, in a fridge? Or a day? What is it?
Also, for a fridge, actually, it's 4 hours if it's full.
Oh.
Yeah. So you don't have long. And so if you don't open it and it's fairly full, you got 4 hours. For the freezer, it's 48 hours, and so you have more time now with an ice storm compared to a hurricane. You do have the luxury of having colder weather. My understanding is that last week it got cold for a while. You can actually store food outside. When a hurricane hits, it's 25 degrees out, so there's no option.
So, I'm very bad at this. I have far, as Natasha will tell you, I have far too much food in my fridge that even when it's marginal, I eat it anyway. I kind of do the old smell test.
He has, let's be clear here. He has like no food in his fridge, and what he has in there is not really edible the vast majority of the time,
It's not
Sylvain.
entirely true.
So
what would you not throw out
So
that had
you
been
have,
in your
you have
fridge?
camembert that smells like oka?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Yep.
Camembert kind of smells to begin with, but I mean, what would you not be in such a hurry to throw? Like I mentioned orange juice, and a bunch of people texted in saying, yeah, you don't need to throw out orange juice. You're not going to get botulism or something from that, even if it's been in the fridge and hasn't been cold for a couple of days. Is that true?
Well, it depends who you are. I mean, if you're healthy and you don't have a compromised immune system, I'd take a chance with my sniff test for sure. I mean, we do put a lot of stuff in the fridge in North America. We have a very strong food safety culture, whereas in Europe, I lived there for a year. We never actually put our cheese and eggs in the fridge, and we survived.
See? So
don't
maybe I'd
tell
be
him
o-
this.
I'd be
First
okay.
of all, he can't do the sniff test because his
I lost
smelling
it.
has been
People actually
compromised.
put their peanut butter in the fridge. I do not understand that at all.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I want to go. You don't understand. It says to refrigerate after opening on peanut butter.
Depends on
We
the
never
brand.
do.
Oh.
Does it
We have
doesn't
4 kids and everyone's healthy.
Okay,
like
but does
I
that-
said, it depends who you are. I mean, if you're really completely healthy, and you can rely on your sniff test and
No.
rely on
Sylvain.
the aesthetics, fine. But if you've had a medical history, I wouldn't take a chance. Like, it really depends who you are.
Okay. I mean, I like that you're individualizing it. I just want to be clear here. Aaron can't smell properly. He lost his smell with COVID. He should not be. I'm like, you're going to eat that and you're going to die. So just don't eat it.
All
So,
right.
I mean,
For some reason, you're telling me that I'm glad. I should be glad not to be in a studio with you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I think
probably.
that's not a good idea right
Probably.
now. Okay.
but in the grand scheme of things so I like the sniff test, but on what items would you always want to err on the side of caution, Sylvain?
Animal proteins.
Okay.
So dairy, meat products, yeah, absolutely. Those are the ones. Those are the higher risks.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eggs?
Well, eggs actually, eggs to me are the perfect natural food. There's a shelf. It's very protected. Like I said, it depends who you are.
Okay.
I'd go for it. And of course, I wouldn't eat a raw egg if it's outside or if it's in the fridge that's not working. I would cook it, and once you cook it thoroughly, you're fine.
Okay, assuming you could cook it, which for a lot of people they couldn't do necessarily. But you're not going to eat a raw egg anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, listen, Sylvain, I thank you. We appreciate the time today. And by the way, we'll let you know about the provincial government and mailing out checks. A lot of people have been calling us saying, hey, what about compensation? And the standard answer is, if it's food that you have to throw out, your insurance company would handle that to a point, but then there's a question of, is it worth it, if you have to pay the deductible? So we're going to see where this one ends up going.
I understand that you guys got some money in the fall from the local government.
We
that
did.
was an electoral. That was a political move. This is not about politics. This is
Right.
about food security.
Fair enough.
Good point. That was a
Sylvain, yeah.
bribe, in my opinion, this fall, and I think some support would be very much appreciated. Like you said, it's the symbolism of it, and I love that
That's
you're
right.
calling it out, Sylvain. Thank
Sylvain,
you.
thank you for the time. Appreciate it. Always good
All
to
right,
talk to you.
take care.
Sylvain
Bye-bye.
CHARLEBOIS out at Dalhousie University, their food professor.